Hey guys, so I'm here and I just wanted to talk to you about volume training and some of the things that I do that I think that help and have been known to grow your muscles faster. Fast in a sense of quicker muscle development, not in a sense of, you know, uh, going tomorrow and then your butt's like, 25 inches bigger. This is a type of training that does increase muscle mass and strength. Volume training, if you don't know anything about volume training, I personally love volume training, especially if you're looking for something that, like I said, does help build muscle more quickly. Volume training is basically German volume training. It's the 10-10 training, if you've ever heard of it. So basically it's 10 by 10. So it's 10 sets of 10 reps, 10 reps in the 10 sets. So you can do this for any kind of muscle mass. I'm speaking solely about glute building. You can do this for quads, hamstrings, like I always say, to break up your workouts. So volume training, it's doing a moderate to challenging weight at the same weight for the entire 10 sets. So you're not changing weight. So you'll do like a warm-up set, but then you're gonna go into a moderate to challenging weight. It's something that fatigues you, but it challenges you in the workout. So you're gonna wanna do something that it's gonna be hard for you to get through those 10, but it's something that you can get through the 10. When you do German volume training, it's an intense program, okay? You're gonna wanna do this kind of training up to 3 times a week for a specific muscle group. So if you're doing glutes, hamstrings, quads, like I said, you're going to wanna pick movements that you're gonna do 10 sets of 10 reps. I don't think the whole workout should be volume training. I would pick really 2 movements, let's say in your leg day, that you really wanna do the volume training. So if you really wanna grow your glutes, you can do hip thrusts for 10 sets of 10 and then go into maybe kickbacks or single leg RDLs for the glutes. You can even do up to 3 movements. I wouldn't do the whole leg day with volume training to start. By doing volume training, you're also increasing your ability for the intensity of the weight, so the intensity of the weight is, you're gonna be able to increase that. And that is the goal for volume training. Once you've done a program for let's say 6 weeks, or which I do think a program should be about 6 weeks of the volume training, you're going to want to increase the weight. Now that's after you can push through that 10 sets of 10 more easily. That's when you're gonna wanna increase your intensity, which means you're going to up the weight. All right, so volume training is a really, really great thing. Also with volume training, you're gonna wanna increase your food intake, your protein intake, because it's an intense, grueling type of program. But I just wanted to say that those are the things I really love doing volume training, especially before summertime hits, because it's a really great way to really get those muscles exploding quicker. And you can do any of those movements. You're going to want to create a program and do it for about 6 weeks, right? So, and that's gonna be about 3 times a week that you're gonna wanna do this volume training. And you can do it for a specific muscle group. If you're wanting to build up your quads, your hamstrings, or your glutes, you're gonna take some of those movements that I just mentioned and do 10 sets of 10 of those. And with those 10 sets of 10, your rest in between the sets is only gonna be about 30 to 90 seconds, all right? 90 seconds tops. You're gonna wanna fatigue yourself, okay? And right after that rest time, you're gonna wanna go back into the movement and complete it. That's the really great thing about volume training. Like I said, it's a great way to increase your muscle mass because it's making your muscles continuously work. I get a lot of questions about that, and I really do think volume training is just a really great way of doing that. If you're a beginner, please take it easy. You can take a longer rest time if you need to get used to it. And also don't go crazy with like the weight. You're not doing your max weight. You're doing something moderate to challenging. Not your max and not your beginning weight. But you wanna have some kind of weight that makes you push yourself, okay? And after you can push that weight very easily, that's when you're going to wanna increase the weight and do it again, the 10 sets of 10, and then increase the weight once you get through that portion and feel comfortable with that. It's one of the key things I think a lot of people don't do, the 10 sets of 10. Like I said, it's not gonna be an overnight thing, but it is something that does explode the growth more quickly than just normal training over a long period of time. Volume training is just one of my favorites. There's negative training, all kinds of stuff. Negative training is great for strengthening your muscles. Volume training is also great for strengthening and growing your muscles. There's all types of stuff. Pyramids, just all kinds of things. Toning, high intensity, but this is the one I want to talk about as far as a really good growth system. This is also really good for those, I just put my Invisalign in, for those people too that have a hard time firing the muscle or seeing growth in it, a really great training for that. For like guys especially, if you are having problems with your chest area or stuff like that, it can also be incorporated as I'm off to the gym. Like for me though, like hip thrust, for example, I'm really strong in my glutes, so moderate weight for me would be 3 to 4 plates. Squats, let's say your max is like 225, you would probably want to do maybe 185, a little lower than that. I'm sorry, one more thing. You could do the whole workout volume training, but I don't really recommend that. I would pick two to three movements, maybe tops in your workout on a leg day. Let's say you have 5 movements. Weight for you, which should be challenging to moderate, would be something that you would have to know where you are in your journey on fitness. And if you're a beginner, please start off with beginning weight and then take it from there. Take care of yourself, make sure you're eating your food, resting as well, and your form and everything is correct, and you're really pushing yourself. Everybody's fitness journey is different. And thank you guys all for watching and subscribe, and I appreciate your support. And Instagram is NELLIELYNNFIT. My brand is Peach by Nellie, which is all my activewear. And yay! I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Woo!